Mic check. Mic check, man. Mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. You know what? If I seen, I done been around some big motherfucking niggas though, right? I ain't gonna lie. I done been around some big people, man. I don't think I've been around anybody no 500, 600. I mean, hold up. Let me look. Hold on. Let me go back. I'm trying to see if any of my cousins, anybody who I know from the old neighborhood, were they ever 500, 600. I don't think I know anybody personally. I remember I was listening to Big Pun before he died, right? It was me and my mother, and I was like young. He died in 2000, right? So I was a kid. I was young, a teenager. And he did an interview, and he showed where he was real skinny at one point, and then he blew up. He started getting money, he blew up. And I know it's real, dog. I know eating, overeating and shit like that, not knowing when to stop to eat and all that kind of shit, right? I know that's real, bro. I've always felt some type of way, though. I've never shamed anybody for being overweight. My thing is, people try to use that to roast. You know, a lot of big people got jokes. Where I'm from, man, a lot of big motherfuckers got jokes, man. I did have a homeboy I used to play Madden with. That nigga was big, man. Hold on. I don't think he was no... Was he 400 or was he 300? Whatever the case, right? I need to check on the nigga and see if he good, man, because I ain't heard from that boy in about 12 years. What I'm trying to do is, okay, like me eating right now. I'm eating right now, bro. Eating can be done for so many reasons, bro. Nigga can eat and not be aware of what they eating, bro, and not be aware how much they eating, and can get addicted to this shit. So we know that's facts, right? We know about the eating. And of course, people don't know when they gaining weight and when they losing weight. It's just you happen to see it, man, overnight. Or they say when you wake up the next morning, you start seeing little changes or whatnot, right? But let's say in the case of a person being 100, 200 some pounds, and they go up 50 pounds from that shit, dog. You're right, Texas Holler. Not all of it, though, right? But a lot of it do. A lot of it's fucked up. You 100. What up, TTTP fan? What up? You 100 some pounds, man. You 200 some pounds, and then you happen to go up 50 pounds, right? So you 200 and now you 250. Now, I'm not here to be righteous. I'm not here to say, well, you should be aware, right? You should be aware that you done gained 50 pounds, bro. You should be looking to try to lose that shit. I'm looking on Instagram. You got a nigga who gained weight, and he actually bragging about it, and he still fly. The nigga fly. The nigga got, you know, women, everybody coming up on that boy shit. It's like he winning. And I'm gonna be truthful. That some people look better when they bigger. Some people look better when they smaller. So I think it depends on what up. What's up? Go to appreciate it. I think it's all about how people look at it, man. If you were skinny all your life, man, you gain a little weight, you might look a little better, right? And vice versa. What up, Vito? Now I'm in this bitch, right? Eating. And I'm eating this shit right here, right? So I'm eating them. Cause I've been loving these pistachios, but I hate the ones with the shell. So you got to get these. These hoes right here, man. Chocolate, cocoa, cookie, pistachio, right? Now they good, man. And they do substitute for your sweet tooth, right? Like if you want to eat some M&Ms or whatnot, right? Then you get these pistachios and they kind of like, they'll substitute for it. And the reason why I'm saying this shit because it does depend on what you eat, man. And if you're not going to work out to move that shit, if you're not moving around after you eat, your ass going to get big and you'll go from being 200 to 250, let alone like these niggas like Dave Blunt and them big women like Date DeMoss and all them, bro. These motherfuckers who come in morbidly obese, not thick, not BBW, not quote unquote healthy, right? They come in this bitch morbidly obese, bro. Morbidly obese. And they want somewhat sympathy. You know, you see confidence in it, and the confidence makes a lot of us say, you know what, that's an underdog, bro. We're going to pull for them, man, because that's a big girl, that's a big boy, and they confident. They not down and out because of that shit. I saw her in 2020, right? And 23, I'm like, what the fuck, fat boy, gang? Like 60 pounds. Now I'm more conscientious, right? About what I'm eating, peanuts, fruits. I agree with you on that. That's what I try to do out here, man. I try to work out at least daily. Well, I do. Doing something daily since I've been back on the road. This life we live, man, it's crazy. This life we live in, bro, it's like the easier it is, the worse you end up. And I'm just looking at food, man. Like, okay, as much as we just love eating food, it puts you in a bad spot if you don't do anything about it, right? And then you got the people who work out on a regular basis. They know that hard work you put in to work out, the shit don't feel good. And I'm like, okay, well, is this life punishment, bro, from your last life? Is this life we living now? Is it punishment? Because in order to have anything, you got to put your body and put your mind through the hardest shit, right? You can't just sit up and relax. Is that a form of punishment? The fact that you can't relax and chill and get all what you want, that you got to go through being uncomfortable to get the things you want, to separate yourself from everybody? It's like if you're willing to make uncomfortable situations comfortable, then you win. I don't know, man. There you go, Gojo. There you go. Don't talk to me crazy, man. What's the fuck wrong with you, man? And in case of fat shaming, and now when people saying fat shaming is anti-black, and why are they saying that stupid ass shit? You anti-black if you fat shaming. Okay. Is that what you're saying black people want to be? Is fat. They want to have the right to eat. Because we do find joy in eating. We do make it an event to eat, man. And yet people who don't want to work out and do anything to get, like, to help the food get away or go away or to process or digest properly, you want the shit to stack up on you because that shit feel good, right? But then it's crazy how when things come up to where you have to look good, your ass is not never ready. You ain't ever prepared to look good, man. You actually making yourself believe that you look good being at your worst. And folks supposed to accept that shit because it's you and you don't want to do nothing about it, right? So people are supposed to accept you at your worst, but you ain't this bitch acting like you at your best, man. I don't know, man. You seen a lot of people who are overweight who can actually spend a good year of just getting themselves right. They always want to be at these events. They always want to go out and dress up. And you have the right to do that, but goddamn, if somebody were to be critical of what you look like and you take offense, that's the part that get me, man, is when you take offense knowing that you're not at your best, man. And knowing that you can actually put in some work, right? Even though it's still gonna be hard, but you can put in some work to actually be at your best, man. So that when things like parties come up, or holidays come up, man, or things where you want to be in attendance and you want to actually get the compliments, man, you will actually belong. You will feel like you belong, man. You won't feel like people are looking at you because you done gain a lot of weight and you don't look as good as you think you do. So now you want to, I guess, make them feel bad for kind of like coming at you the way they coming at you when it's really on you to do something about this shit, which is, I'm not fit to be going out if I'm a still be 50 pounds overweight. I'm not fit to be trying to dress up and do all this shit and then get mad if somebody called me fat, man. I done had 6 months to prepare for this shit, but I still, instead of me putting the work in for this high school reunion of mine or this wedding of mine, this holiday coming up, this trip I want to go on, right? This banquet, this award ceremony, and I want to buy this dress, I want to buy this suit, and I want to look good. Instead of me just putting the work in, nigga, I fuck around and don't put the work in, put the food in, and then it shows either way, right? And now you gonna get upset at people for actually saying something about what you look like, let alone in the case of this big chick who is a rapper and got denied Lyft, Uber, or whatever the fuck, right? Because she was too big. Gojo say, yo man, I started working out. Can you give me some tips? Because I've been eating healthy and I need it. All right, look, I don't eat right, man. Listen to me, Gojo. I don't eat right at all. I just have to eat some Popeyes, man. Like, I just be eating fucked up. Like, and I think I'm trying to test out some shit to see, could I continue to do what I'm doing and actually kind of eat wrong? Now, eventually, I'm going to put down all this bullshit, right? It might be now. I might just feel, because I'm feeling bad. Like, I do feel bad. It's just a theory, a little test I'm going through to see, all right, I'm going to eat wrong. I'm going to still do these workouts. I'm going to see, is this going to affect anything? And it's not affecting it, right? And I think that's why a lot of folks continue to eat fucked up. Like athletes, they continue to eat fucked up knowing that they put in some type of work and it's like, it don't really matter. But it does matter. So I just been eating wrong. All right? I'm not eating quote unquote the best. But I have been doing some hard ass workouts every day I've been on the road. Every day, no matter what. For the last 2 months, 2.5 months, man, I've just been going hard and just working out, doing some shit that hurts every time I do it. The shit do not feel good every time I do it. And I'm like, well, is that the balance? That if I'm going to eat wrong, I got to pay for it, right? And me paying for it is me doing the workouts that a lot of people not going to want to fuck with, especially on a daily basis, especially at me and reps that I do. But at the end of the day, I understand that shit's not going to be no excuse. I still have to actually consider eating a whole lot better than what I am eating. And I got to get my mind off of I'm missing out. And I think that's the issue with a lot of people is that you feel like if you start eating right, you're going to be missing out on shit. You're going to be missing out on food that you was raised up eating and foods you enjoy. And I don't know a lot of people who want to miss out on eating some shit that they've been wanting to eat forever. They love eating forever. Like that's the fear right there of missing out. That FOMO shit. So just imagine if you go 6 months and you ate right. Fruits, vegetables, drink a lot of water. A lot of people won't think that that's worth it. Even though it's worth it. Because if you can't get a hamburger in or some fried chicken or some soul food or some seafood or anything that's kind of like unhealthy, right? Some Mexican food. If you can't necessarily get those things in every now and then, people gonna start mourning and grieving. They gonna start grieving that shit. They gonna start grieving the fact that they can't eat the food that they ass was raised up eating. And it does give you a grieving feeling like, damn, I'm not gonna be able to eat this no more. Cause let these people who are gurus tell you, it's like you really can't eat pizza no more, dog. Like, and you gotta think about it. Is it worth it? Is working out, or let's say you can work out. We know working out is worth it, right? But is eating healthy really worth it when you can never in your life, for the rest of your life, you can never eat some of the shit that you just enjoy eating? Like a cake, a cheesecake, a goddamn a cinnamon roll, a honey bun, nigga. Like you just can't eat. Like, are you telling me that we can't do that? Nah, man, listen. That's why they give you cheat meals, dog, or cheat days. I understand you have to touch bases on what you enjoy eating on, bro. You cannot play it like as if I'm about to go a year and my lifestyle gonna change so much to where I'm not gonna ever in my life eat some shit that I know I want to fucking eat, my nigga. And you know what I remember I told this one guy in the gym a long time ago, like around 2007, 6, 7, when I was in the gym with this 24-hour fitness, right? And this guy was next to me, man. And he was older then, but he just told me, man, he said, look, bro. He said, I'm gonna eat what the fuck I want to eat, my nigga. He said, I'm gonna eat what the fuck I want to eat. He said, look, man, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna come to the gym, and I'm gonna do my thing. So I play basketball, I do all that. But I'd be damned if a nigga tell me I can't eat what I want to eat, man. And that shit made so much sense, dog. I'm like, why are you telling people they can't eat what they want to eat? And me, like I say, testing out this little theory I'm doing, I'm just trying to see, man, can you just eat what you want to eat just as long as you actually pay for it? And I ain't talking about financially pay for it. I'm talking about physically pay for it, working out. Okay, I'm gonna eat this fucked up ass shit. I'm gonna feel bad as fuck though, but I'm gonna be satisfied because of the taste, and I actually enjoy eating whatever it is I'm eating. But I know I'm gonna have to do 100 or whatever the fuck I'm doing. I'm gonna have to before it's over with. Might have to run a mile or two, man. Or I might have to do some sprints. I might have to get on the ground and do some groundwork, dog. That's the part. And why in the fuck the so-called health gurus just don't tell you that? That you're not gonna be able to eat all the fucked up food and sit on that shit. I'm not saying long term it'll be good, because I think eventually you will wean yourself off. Like another guy did tell me, he said, look, man, the more you get into this working out shit, you're gonna wean yourself off for eating cake and all that old shit, bro. Eating fatty foods, you're gonna just wean yourself off. You're not gonna want to fuck with it. Your body is not gonna want to even accept it. You're gonna find yourself reaching too full. Like you're gonna be eating a little or whatever and be full as hell. Like for instance, right? Like this shit here. God nigga full in the motherfucker, man. Nigga full off this shit. And I ain't eat this. This nice little side bag. Nigga already full. Nigga full, bro. Like this shit right here will fill you up. That's that. That shit will fill your ass up though, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. Eat a bunch of trail mix and shit inside this goddamn truck stop. Man, that shit will get your ass full, man. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll be willing to go about 2 months. I'll go 2 months to see, man. If I eat just maybe one thing, let's say one thing like a salad, or if I got a craving to eat something that's not quote unquote good, but then if I get a bunch of pistachios and pecans, if I put down all that sweet ass cereal and eat these nuts and fruits, would that hold me? Which I know it will, but or is it like this, right? Is it the fact that, let's say you eat right for the most part, and then on days when you're going to tear it up, you just say, all right, well, I can afford to wild out today because for 2 weeks straight, I done ate right. So now for this birthday party, I'm about to eat all wrong. What I'm saying, the fat shaming. I'm not saying be mean to somebody who's overweight. What up, Red Wing? What up, man? Long time, man. I'm not saying be mean to somebody who's overweight, man. What I'm saying is people who are overweight, they know that they can do something about it, right? And maybe some of them don't think that they can do something about it. Maybe some people who are overweight feel like there's no out. It's like they in a prison, bro. inside their own body. And a lot of people who are morbidly obese could have a nice shape or a nice physique or a nice frame if they ever put the work in. I understand it might take 2 or 3 good years of them putting good work in, and they can actually reveal who they really are. But if you already 400, 300, 400, 500 pounds already, man, do you see any out? When it come down to you and eating compared to you and working out, which one's more of a reality to you? Like, do you see yourself just saying, you know what, starting today? Like, do you feel you got that kind of time to actually put in 2 years? See, that's the part that a lot of folks feel like, why I gotta take so goddamn long, which is really not that long, but it is long compared to you just eating, and you eating for joy and pleasure and coping or whatever the fuck it is you eating now, and that feels better. That's more of reality to you, right? And see, then on top of that, man, what people don't tell you, from what I do understand about the whole transforming your body and you losing all yourself and you becoming a different person, is that it's a grieving process too with that. Motherfuckers don't tell you that when you start losing weight and getting in shape, and you look at your before picture and your after picture, right? Or let's say your before picture and your current picture now, and let's just say your face is slimmed up, your arms toned up. Like I went in the shower room just like last night. Took a shower. Before I took a shower, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm looking like, man, it just shit disappearing, but I'm not looking sick. It's more like, okay, this is shit you see other people on YouTube and Instagram, what they go through with the whole transformation from month 1, day 1, and now we talking about day 90 or day 120, and you see a difference. You like, damn. But see, they don't tell you that it's a grieving process that you're going to eventually get over, but it's a grieving process, man, that you getting rid of your old self, man. That old self is dying. And if you so used to that old self, because that's the only thing that has been consistent in your life is you being you and you looking the way you look, right? Whether it's big, skinny, whatever the fuck it may be, and now you changing, dog. That's the part that makes people say, man, fuck this change. I want to go back to my old self. That's who I know. I don't know this slimmer person, this person who got muscles and shit and face slim and bodies. I don't know this person. I'm scared to even walk into that, man. Yeah, man, niggas need to start telling the truth about this workout shit. That, hey, man, it ain't just you got that before and after picture, and yeah, you looked at this way at first, and now you look so much better now without telling people in the middle of it, in between, that, hey, man, you gonna have them moments to where you gonna be sad as fuck, dog. I think, matter of fact, I think people don't say shit. Hold on. I think people purposely don't say shit. I think people purposely don't say shit, man, about that just so it won't discourage you. Because what do they look like if they trying to convince you that you need to goddamn transform your body from one way to another, but then they gonna tell you somewhere in the middle or somewhere when you start seeing results, you're gonna have a feeling of sadness and shit. Because the old you is leaving you, right? And at that moment, a lot of people tend to go back. Cause they don't want to see what it's gonna be. Like they may not be at their best per se. They might be going through their little ugly phase, right? And even though they may not be ugly, but I'm saying it's like an ugly phase, right? That you ain't at the finish line. You in the middle, not even really in the middle, but you going towards the middle. You seeing the differences. You can acknowledge now. You see the difference in yourself, right? And this is some new shit to you, dog. And all of a sudden now, you get scared, bro. You nut up. It's not familiar, dog. And it's like no one is telling you, let's say you don't see yourself on the other side saying, hey, man, come on, bro, I got you. Like you don't see 2027 when it'll be probably your end result, right? Your final product, right? You don't see nobody on that side of you saying, hey, bro, I got you, bro. Come on, man. Come on. Keep going. Yeah, nigga. Go 2025, go 2026, and 27, bro. We good. All you see is who you are now and what you was in the past. And that's the most familiar shit to you, dog, to where you don't want to necessarily come up off that, man. And you like, all right, let me go back, dog. I got to go back. When you look at people in this life we live in, bro, everybody regrets, bro. They always revert back. Niggas always revert back, dog. Nigga ain't going forward out. The majority of people you come across, you can almost predict them and assume that when shit get real hard for them, bro, they gonna go backwards where it's familiar. And that's how you can play people too. If you really was on some dirty ass shit, you can play people and play that against them, that weakness against them, knowing that you gonna go back, man. You ain't gonna go forward. In anything we do, nigga, you gonna go backwards. So I fuck around. I give the fitness gurus a little grace. Respectfully. I give you a little grace, man, that maybe you can't say certain things because you know the tendency of the majority of people you come across, that they ain't got the heart to keep going. They gonna go backwards, man, if you start telling them little things that they should expect and feel, and you put in the fact that it might be a grieving period on this journey. When you start seeing yourself looking different, you might at that moment nut up and go back because this is all unfamiliar to you. You ain't ever done this shit before. To understand when you come back, let's say you did this before, let's say you gained the weight back and now you're going to go right back to it. So now you know this time how to keep going. Now, if this is your first time transforming your body and now your ass see the difference and your ass is like, oh my God, I didn't know this was going to change like this, bro. I wasn't ready. And your motherfucking ass ain't ready. You not ready? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Damn. It is, damn. For I be, it's just, don't nobody want to grieve, man. That's the cold part about it. So I'm looking at these fat people or folks who are morbidly obese, and they just lost, man. And it's like, all this, what I'm saying, how can I tell Dave Blunt's, Dane DeMoss, how can I tell Lizzo, how can I tell you, and Lizzo losing it, but I'm saying, how can I tell somebody who's big how to keep going and they asses don't know and they ass gonna actually keep going? You gonna keep going for real, my nigga? And you losing your old self, man. You don't think that's a scary feeling or a scary look? Even though you about to be better, it's just the fact that you compare this to construction in your city on the highways and shit. You see your highways and how fucked up it look, but you know it's gonna become beautiful when it's done. But then it take a while for it to become beautiful. Because for the most part, it's all fucked up. And that's that body transformation. It's like, you got to keep going every day, because every day is something's changing. And you're not supposed to see nothing, even though you can see it. Other folks not going to see it until you actually is done. And all of a sudden now, on this highway, right, the construction workers, it just cleared all the barrels, everything just clear. And now this is a smooth ass road. This road pretty. And you like, damn, sometimes you be like, man, when the fuck? When did this goddamn shit? When did it get like this? That's how it is with your body, bro. That's how it is, nigga, when you transform your body. It's going through the ugly phase, like I say, right? Breaking down the shit, losing it, knowing that you still got a year or two to go, and yet you're not going to give up, and you steady going, steady going, steady going. And during the process, you're not gonna be your prettiest or your most handsome, but you know you're gonna hell be the baddest bitch when you done, or you gonna be the most best looking dude when you done. It's just the fact that you gotta get through this shit, go through the motion, grieve and shit, bro. Acknowledge the fact that you're not gonna be your old self. Get used to this new look of you, man, right? That don't remind you nowhere near of old Rue, old whoever the fuck you are, right? You to the point now when you like, man, I motherfucking, I don't see that old self, but I see it, but I am not that. So now you got to live life now as a new person. I mean, it's on the same level, in my opinion, as somebody who got plastic surgery and shit. Or I offer to say some shit like these goddamn Transformers, man. Go from being a man to a woman or a woman to a man. It's in the same kick. Even though it's different, but it's in the same kick, bro. Like, you transforming yourself, transforming your body. You transforming your look from being one way to another. I guess that shit is true, right? It's only for a few people, man. Everybody, it's possible for everybody to do it, but mentally it's not. I just hate to see somebody who's really morbidly obese and they feel like they live in life inside of all this obesity and they trapped. And they can't do shit but eat, man. Now, to be realistic, we sit back and feel sorry for them like as if they really trapped and can't do shit about it, but they don't feel that way, right? They feel like they're having the time of their life, man. You can't tell big people that they not winning. You can't tell a fat motherfucker that they not winning, though. You can't. I think they playing that shit against us, man, to a certain extent. That they actually is sitting around saying, yeah, they think we sad and miserable, but nigga, we in our own lane. A big nigga and a big bitch is in their own lane, bro. And whenever they get to the point where they decide they want to change it, if they got breath in their body, they actually can just change like anybody else who decide to change, huh? Well, if that's the case, you can't say a motherfucker fat shaming you then, huh? If you know that at any given time you can change this shit for the better, then you can't ever be shamed, huh? So I feel bad now, eating all that Popeye shit, bro. I feel bad right now, nigga. I do. That's why I went on and ate that shit now while it's morning. So I ain't got to eat nothing else for the rest of the day, man. Still got to go in this bitch and work out. This truck like shit, man. A bunch of, I don't know, this shit is deceptive like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog, cause you would look at these truckers, and I'm not speaking for everybody, But you can look at the ones who got money and the ones who maybe have some money. Everybody out here got money, man. But the way they look and the way they carry themselves, you wouldn't think, like, motherfuckers getting out their truck and shit, you wouldn't think that they had like 15 bands on them, 20 bands on them, bro. You wouldn't think that shit. I'm just saying this shit because I'm looking at how we all kind of like, I guess we just tired. Sometimes niggas be tired of driving, but we like driving. It's just like, okay, but niggas, I guess niggas ain't dressing up like how you see boys dressing up, going out, people dressing up clean and fly. So you ain't gonna see no nigga out here fly like that. Nah, not while you driving trucks, right? So just based on just the look of it, you'll look at the truck and say, oh, them niggas broke, man. Them niggas ain't got shit going on, man. Niggas wearing hoodies and jeans and tennis shoes and caps and sweater caps and all that. Niggas ain't fly like that, bro. And then it'll be these niggas out here with all the goddamn money. And that doesn't mean you paying a whole bunch of bills. It's just like, hell, some people done gave up apartments and all that old shit. And they say, you know what, I'll go out on the road for 6 months at a time and we'll just stack up and then come back with 30-something thousand and shit, man, just straight up on the account. I know for a fact, I'm just getting off subject a little bit. I know for a fact, just me just being out here, bro, that this one thing that I know black men would get on their feet if they did. This is one of them jobs to where the average black man can go up 20-some bands, nigga, within a couple of months, man. I give it a whole year. I give you a whole year just to give you some room. And if you did it the right way, the average black man can say at the end of the year, he's up by 25 bands, man. If he did it the right way. Let alone you can buy your own truck and eventually get your own truck and trailer, nigga. And I got your own company and how much money you be making then. But it's a sacrifice, right? Because you've been away from your hometown, which a lot of people don't give a fuck about staying in their hometown. But I know what's holding a lot of black men back. And that right there, who just got the car right there, right there, right there. Shit like that. A woman. Or a nigga worried about what a woman doing. Like you can't have an actual woman, a wife or a girlfriend or nothing like that, or somebody you got feelings for, and you caught up over and you out here on this truck game trying to make money because you worried about what she's doing is going to supersede and trump you actually having a purpose to be out here and say, you know what, I'm going to get this shit probably 2 years. And I'm going to see how much I can stack within 2 years, which you could stack a whole lot. But then again, if you got a bunch of kids and shit, if you still doing all these things that putting you in the hole, my nigga, you're not going to ever see nothing. And of course, women don't want to hear what I'm saying in this regard because they always want to be included in whatever the fuck a man got going on, to where if I'm telling men, look, nigga, you niggas get away from them hoes. Get you a CDL, man. Get away from them hoes and what they doing and come out here and give yourself a whole year of grinding. And let's see if you don't be up so many bands, some shit you didn't have the year before. Let's just see by the end of this year if you just don't be up so many goddamn thousands of dollars to where if you just want to say fuck this shit and go do something different, you could. But you ain't gonna give yourself a chance though, right? Because you can't be away from your house too long. You can't be away from your hoe too long. And she like it like that, nigga. She don't want you getting on your feet for real, dog. And I'm like, you fall into a trick bag, man. That's a trick bag that a lot of motherfuckers fall into. I'm just being sidetracked just a little bit because I'm looking at, okay, how if you just talking about just something that they don't have to do with you selling no dope or doing anything illegal, that if you just wanted to get on your goddamn feet finally in your life, man, like Rue. Of course, be willing to drive so many miles a day, man. Yo, so if you don't got it in you, nigga, then fuck what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, nigga, if you don't mind driving, if you don't mind fucking saying, all right, I'm going to go a whole year and see how much I can accumulate within a year. Whatever my bills are now, I'm going to keep it as that. And I'm going to see how much I can go for a whole year, dog. And let's see if I'm up 40, 35, 40 bands by the end of the year. And like I say, nigga, if you play it right, your ass could be up. And that's enough to get you started in whatever you've been wanting to do. But how many black men would take heed to that, right? If I tell them, get into the truck game for about a year or two and just stack up. Especially if you single, you ain't got no a whole lot of children, a whole lot of baby mamas, and you ain't got a lot of bills and shit. If you a young nigga, 20-something years old, early 30s, mid 30s, and you can just come out here and just go a year or two, be frugal for a righteous cause, though, man. Go about a whole year, my nigga, of just driving. Don't touch your money. Don't fuck with your money. Don't get caught up in nothing that's going to cost a lot of money, man. And then by the end of the year, nigga, what you dealing with? What you working with? You can go another year if you want to, or you can say, look, I'm up 25, man, fuck it. I got $25,000 in my account, man. See, it's funny that I'm saying it, because when you actually get that shit, when you finally get 20 bands, 25 bands, when you start seeing that in your account and you can't believe the shit, and you do like, hold on, man, so I didn't have to sell no dope to get this shit, though. I didn't have to rob to get this shit. I didn't have to finesse and scam to get this shit. I just drove trucks for a year, and in my account, I can log into my account, and this is what I got. The fuck? And I'm looking like this? I'm looking like just an ordinary guy? I don't look like a nigga with money? Every nigga out here, everybody out here who's driving, if you've been driving long enough, excuse me, if you've been driving long enough, nigga, you got bread on you, dog. You just one of those people who low key with the shit, to where you don't feel need to stunt, because you know how many miles you drive a day. So therefore, it's like all the miles you driving, you don't feel you getting paid enough. So like you having 20-some bands in your account don't mean it feel like shit, because you like, nigga, I done spread myself thin driving out here, dog. What the fuck, nigga? 20 bands, nigga, fuck 20 bands. You start feeling like fuck a 20 band, fuck 30 bands, nigga. You start feeling like how I feel. And I'm not being arrogant, I'm not being ungrateful. I'm saying in this industry, it's like the more you do, you don't ever feel compensated, man. You get what I'm saying? The more you do in life, the more you do to put in work, and whatever you get in return, it might be more than everybody else, but you're not going to feel the same way, because it probably either take a lot out of you, or you just don't have time to actually stunt like how you probably would have in your 20s if somebody just gave you some shit. It is nothing, to all the black men listening, it is nothing for you to get up 20-some bands if you got out here and drove trucks for about a year or two, man. And you have it to where you ain't got to touch it. It's in your account. The majority of people that you come across don't have 20-some bands. You go, the majority of these truck driving niggas you see, they'll show you 20-some bands, dog, like easy. Real, that'd be a small amount. It'd be a minimum. It wouldn't even be all what they have, bro. These niggas out here, everybody you see out here, I can name, let's say, it's over 100-some trucks out here, though, right? Probably about 70 of these boys probably can straight up show you 20 bands, man. And I'm one of them. And these guys been doing this shit longer than me. And you got these guys who got their own company and got their own truck, right? So they really outdoing me, man, respectfully. But you can tell by looking at their ass. See, the thing is, I don't give a fuck about what you say you make a year. That don't even matter if you can't show some shit at one time, man. I don't give a fuck about anybody with a degree or anybody with this type of prestige or with these type of letters and things behind their name, man. That's cute. That's all dandy. Everybody in my family, my mother's side of the family got degrees, but they got to call on me when some shit costs $2,000 real quick and they need that shit. See, they can't use a degree to get that $2,000 right now type shit, right? See, that's a difference. So you can say throughout your career, you made this much, But if you telling me at this point you can't show $1,000, nigga, I don't want to hear shit about what you make a year, dog. So you make $100,000 a year, you make $200,000 a year, fine. But so now when it's time for you to show 20 bands, nigga, you can't show that shit. What the fuck are you saying that you make this per year if you can't show this? I'm just saying, black men, nigga, this the job right here that you ain't got to be in no more than about 5 years, dog. You can get on your feet and go do something else, man. I mean, if I tell these niggas this shit, like this to lick, man, niggas gonna be like, bro, I don't want to do all that, man. I got a wife, I got a gal, I got these hoes I'm chasing, bro. I got the word. What up, Ramil? Hey, Ramil, you understand what I'm saying, nigga? Look, when you got niggas who worried about hoes, Ramil, you feel me? And good to see you, dog. When you got these niggas who can't get out here in the world and go be a man and do man shit because you worried about who this hoe gonna be fucking when you 1,000 miles away and you ain't understand that, nigga, you gonna be up 20-something bands, 30 bands though, bro. Fuck that bitch, right? It seemed like when you understand I can get this kind of money, you can say fuck a hoe, man, for playing with you. It's only that broke ass nigga shit they be really having feelings. Broke niggas be having feelings for hoes, my nigga. Like it's crazy. But it be the niggas who ain't doing nothing with life is the one who got time to catch feelings for bitches though, bro. Who want them to be at a deficit in fucking with them, man. What up, AJ? What up? Say, AJ, listen, my nigga. Every man I know who got money, I'm not talking about the ones who been having money for years and you settle to where now you can entertain a woman now and you might catch fun. That's different. We talking about you ain't never just had no money like that and now you got a chance to go up 20, 30 bands and shit and you got it and it's all fresh and new to you. Nigga, that right there alone is going to take away your feelings from having feelings for women who is not in your presence though, bro. It's like you miss out on chance of making 50, 60, 100 bands though, right, in your lifetime because you choose to have feelings for a goddamn woman or you can't get away from her because you just know by you getting away from her, shit already been bad between you two. You know she gonna let some other nigga fuck, man. I don't give a damn what no married nigga or a nigga with a girlfriend gotta say. When you not with your motherfucking woman, you think she gonna fuck some other nigga, man. Y'all so used to having sex, man, to where you know she can't go without it. So where you go a whole month of being on the road trying to make something happen for yourself, you just know naturally she gonna let some other nigga fuck because she just gotta have it, huh? And that right there is stopping you from doing what the fuck I'm doing or having what the fuck I can have right now, right? Hey, listen, man. The coldest part is the women want it like that. The women want you niggas. They want you niggas to not become powerful and to worry about them and what they got going on for the most part, man, because you're not going to pose no real threat to them by you trying to become a real man, dog. That pose a threat to them, man. They going to lose if you start winning. That's the mindset. And yeah, you niggas rather still lose in life and you get it to a woman that's not going to really be loyal to you like that in the end, though, when she needs something a little bit more than what you able to give her. That's crazy, man. That shit wild. That shit wild, huh? The game is being ran. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. For take me a nap, man. Fuck this shit, dog. I'm gone, man.